Hello and welcome to the R.W.S, the Duluth Red Wing and Southern Railway, and we're building it in N scale. Got a lot of work done, made one big error, so we're going to have to correct that. I'll let you in on that. So let's get rolling. All right, so here we go. Coming back with you. Last week I went to the Union Station in LA where they had a model train show. No, nothing for sale there, just layouts. They had the one of the associations, the N track, which they had a really big layout, which was pretty cool. They had an O layout, an HO. They even had a Lego train, but I didn't see that. So there's some people who reviewed it on the website if you want to go and watch them. I didn't want to add any pictures because it takes up a lot of space. And I wanted to get going on the clay train. I'll give you a shot. I basically got all the track laid, but my one big error, and let me tip you down so you can see what's going on. All right, so here you go. You can see I got all the track laid and glued, but glue was my one big error. I knew it, but I don't know what got into me. I guess just the fun of gluing it down and doing it, and I completely forgot one of the most critical rules in laying tracks, and I put glue underneath this switch track. When I did that, after it all dried, I tried to click it and get the frog to work, but it was definitely stuck. I tried to free it up, and I actually broke part of the frog off of this in here. So that I got it set so it will go that way, and when it goes, we'll give it a try. The one side is on there, so it should go this way. So I ordered a new switch, and so we're gonna have to cut this one out, which is a pain because I gotta unsolder the rails. Hopefully it'll come up easy so I can fit the new one in there. But I already ordered the new switch. They're not cheap, so that was a big mistake. But as you can see, everything else is glued down. I'm gonna take out the rest of my pins I have in here, and I'm going to try to hook some power up and see what we have hooked up, how it'll run. So stick along with me and we'll do that. Let me pull these pins up and get the power hooked up for you and see what we can do. All right, so here we go. As you can see, I kind of cobbled together a power track to put power track. I actually tried it off camera and it worked. The track is probably a little bit dirty, but I got it all the way around. So let me show you that. Here we go. Well, it goofed up on my switch going that way because the switch is flaky, but it will go forward through it. I'm just going to try this over here. So it does work over there. Let's put it through the yard over here. We're just checking all the tracks. Let me switch this guy. The wheels kind of came on. So that one works. Now we'll see this one. We'll see if it'll go down that one. Come on, baby. Yep, it goes down that one. Hope I had to grab it quick. Going too fast for the switches. So I know that one works. We'll switch that back. Let's try this one. I'm just checking all these switches to see if they go. Tracks are probably a little dirty. Whoa, we're gonna have a derailment. So that guy is working. We don't have a bump stop. And we'll switch this one to see if it'll go in there. And it does. Let's back him out of here. So there we have it. All the track is working. So there you have it. All my track is working. It hesitates because I didn't even clean it, and I've had a lot of dust and dirt on it. So I've got my older engine here, but I kind of jury rigged it with power. So when I finally get it going, it'll have power assigned in smaller sections, so there's a better flow of current. But I know all my shotters are good because the train runs, and it runs pretty smoothly. So I was pretty happy with how it's going. It's just I've got to replace that one switch now. So we're making progress, and then I've got to start building the the trussel. I did find some wood and stuff for the trussel and working on that, and start playing around with the Sculptamold. As you can see, my rock formations came out pretty good. I'll tip you down. As you can see, my rock formations came out pretty good. But yeah, if it wasn't for this broken switch, it'd been perfect. So we'll have to work on that and get the creaks figured out. But yeah, the first test of running the train on it worked well, so I'm happy about that. So keep watching as we keep making progress. The track is glued down now, so it's not going anywhere. So I might have to smooth some of these out in here. It seemed like it was sticking here, and I'm thinking there's a little bit of a lip on that one. So I might have to retouch some of these solder spots to fill them in. But I can do that when I replace this guy here. So it did go up here. I did try the engine on this track, but I didn't switch it to it because I got that piece broken. It wouldn't take it over, but it will go this way because I still got the one piece. I still got this piece in here coming off of the frogs. So there we go. I'm pretty happy with that. That was the first time I tried it, so you saw it live of seeing if this thing's going to work. So I hope you enjoyed that. We'll keep you along the ride of putting this together. We're getting closer and closer where I got to decide if I'm going to put these straight pieces in. I don't think I will. I think I'm going to drop the top. Once I get this replaced, I'll drop the top and then start doing the top now that I got all this in, and maybe paint and decorate a little more before I completely drop the top. So there you have it. I'm gonna go back to running and playing because there's nothing more fun than running the train. So with that, hey, keep subscribing, telling your friends. I don't do this for money or a business. I'm just doing this because I like talking about my hobby, and I like showing people what I've made. My wife gets tired of me talking to her about it. She puts up with it. She likes trains though, so she probably, out of the two things I do, the cigar box guitars, she's like, oh, that's neat. But the train, I think she likes it a little more because it's about something that we both like, because she loved the train show at the station and saw them all running around and actually seeing how they look when they're running around. So the engine I used was an older one that I had, which doesn't run that well. The clay train one that I've got is a little more sensitive, but I'm pretty confident that it'll go good because if that one runs, the other one will. So with that, we'll have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week, same time at noon on Saturday, same time, same bat station, and I hope you enjoyed it.